So I wrote a blog post not too long ago about how transitions are a really important aspect of all design, and I just wanted to sort of do some brainstorming on how we can use transition to make interesting teleportation mechanics in VR. So I left it at that, and I went ahead and built out a bunch of random sketches, and these are those sketches. So the first batch of sketches aren't particularly interesting. They just challenge one of the main sort of default choices that people make, which is the dip to black. Here you're seeing me dip to white. Obviously you can dip to other colors to tell different stories. Maybe when you dip to red, it shows that the health of your character declines every time you have to teleport, or maybe you have to spend mana with a dip to blue, or who knows what a dip to static means. But hey, I mean you can dip to a bunch of other patterns to tell different stories. Another thing that I played with was, instead of using just flat color, using geometry to occlude your vision as you transition through space. Here you have a bunch of cubes that sort of instantiate around your face, swirl around, and disappear. They're about placed, I think they're 2 meters away from your face, so it's not super startling. It actually feels kind of nice in the VR space. This is a demo that I can upload as an executable, so you can try it out yourself. What I like about this design is that it kind of acknowledges the awkwardness that comes with teleporting through space, and the unnaturalness and the magicalness of it all. So I think this deliberate choice to render geometry around the face has a nice feel to it. The next thing that I'm working on is still definitely under development, but the idea is that when you press the teleport button, a screen pops up, a two-dimensional representation of what you're looking at instantiates. And with that two-dimensional representation, so long as the brain thinks of it as a two-dimensional representation and not as a window, and I'll talk more about that in a second, then you can do like cool transformations on top of that, and the user won't feel like they're flying through space in ways that make them feel sick. So yeah, there needs to be a little bit more work done to make this actually feel two-dimensional, and I think there can be some experimentation on the size of the frame. But the idea is, if you move your head around while this transition is going on, the frame would sort of persist as a two-dimensional object, and it won't be tracked to your head anymore. But instead it'll feel like a television. Now, one of the problems with this particular rendition is that if you're focusing in on the horizon, when you do this transition, it doesn't look like a screen. It looks more like a window into the exact same three-dimensional experience you were engaging with in the first place. So transitioning that window is probably going to make you feel sick. I don't know. So I've been trying to test out other patterns. In this particular pattern, it's not nearly as sexy of a transition, but the wobbling of the screen hopefully makes it feel more like a two-dimensional screen that transitions back into a three-dimensional screen when you're done with it. And for this last concept, I decided to go all live action on this. I was out on the street with a Vive controller and my my phone taking video. But the idea is, when you teleport somewhere, your screen gets occluded with a photograph of where you just were in the past, and that photograph sort of falls to the wayside. Now, this is not nearly as utilitarian as it typically is, existing mechanics are, but there's something really charming about the idea of using photographs to teleport through space. I like how it sort of addresses concerns about what is three-dimensionality versus what is two-dimensionality. And one of the nice things about photographs is that you can have them as game assets, and when you interact with them again, they allow you to teleport back to where you came from. Pop. Right? So that's a pretty neat little feature, and charm has is an important feature when it comes to UX design. So yeah, that's it. If you want to download and take a look at that one demo, it's available at my blog. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and if you have any other ideas, just please add them to the comments down below. Thank you.